Hey folks, it's the Smithy again. Today, we're doing an on-the-fly review. I was out doing a little bit of Christmas shopping, and all of the stores in my local area are horrible about stocking things. They're absolutely horrible. There we go. So, I was a little shocked when I walked into the local Toys R Us and stumbled across something from Power of the Primes. It was a toss-up. I was only going to do one, and it either had to be Beachcomber or Slash here. I'm a huge fan of Beachcomber. He's one of my favorite characters. Or like 5th or 6th favorite. But I was really excited about this one because I saw Optibotimus's review on this one, and I saw Emgo's review on this one, and it blew my mind. I thought this was one of the coolest ones ever. So we're gonna do an on-the-fly review real quick. We're gonna do like a first impressions video. She's stuck. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so if you haven't seen the box yet, do that real quick. You have front of the box, back of the box. One sentence bio up here confirms she is female. We have an official Dino Femme, as Emgo puts it, or, you know, you want to... We basically have a... Oh, what was it? How'd they do it? What'd they call it? Fembot. That's what it was. That's what they call it. We have a new Fembot card. Pretty cool design. I grew up on Beast Wars with their little bio cards on the back, and I have a whole scrapbook full of those. So I thought those were really cool when I was a kid. That's why these popped for me. Okay, so let's get her out of her packaging here. Why don't we? I was really, really stoked when I saw we were getting the G1 style Dinobots in Power of the Primes. I had no idea that that was actually happening. Although, I do have a complaint to air on that front. We'll get to that in a minute. So, first impressions of Little Bitty Dinobot Slash are, she is quite nice actually. Very G1 styled. Very, very G1 styled. Honestly, if they really wanted to, I see no reason why they couldn't do some excessive remolding on this and give us a little Legends class Beast Wars Dinobot out of this. It could work. But yeah, I like what I found so far. She's very posable. She has ball jointed shoulders with a notch cut out, so she's got that. So here we go. Have good posability here. We have good hinged elbows, or raptor feet are right here. Posability is great in the legs too. She's really good. First impressions are really good. I'm apparently just going to keep saying really good. It's a really good thing to say. So yeah, let's do a quick transformation here. I already watched Emgo's review, so this is a cakewalk. So you flip her tail up like this, bring her robot arms forward. You then take her little toes here, flip these up. They got pretty strong clips on them. You flip the legs around like this, and oh, cool. This has that thing that Braun's legs had of her legs can either be just snapped together, or they kind of work on a mushroom peg. Getting weird looks from people. So once you have her legs together like that, you flip it up, and she has these two little pegs on her chest, and I don't think they thought that one out. No, seriously, look at where... Hold on a second. Gotta change my view so I can see. Look at where those pegs are. I really hope that was an accident. We don't have some kind of perv working at Hasbro now. So once you do that, her robot mode legs peg right into her chest. You flip up this little panel on her back. You flip out the entire front part of her raptor bits. Pull her arms down a little bit. And you just grab her raptor feet here. Peg them very securely, actually, into the bottoms of her robot hands. And just flip her little back flap closed. And there we go. There's Slash in her dinosaur mode. And I'm very impressed with this, actually. Wow. Power of the Primes, I've seen a few reviews so far on other figures. Very happy with what I'm seeing so far. A few of them are a little left field. I will say this, the Voyager Starscream looks very play school. That's the only way I can describe him. He looks like he belongs in a play school collection. But no, she's good. Run through pose, leg posability is the exact same as her arm posability, same joints and everything. So that's the same. Her raptor arms are on little swivels here. Head can go up and down. Open up her little dino jaws. Don't know if I'll be able to do a good look here, but this is something that they're doing with Power of the Primes that I absolutely love. They're taking and they're using a very sturdy clear plastic, and to give her the gold look of the normal Dinobots, like the G1 Dinobots, they're doing the same thing with all of the Dinobots, all the main Dinobots like Grimlock and Slag and Swoop and all of them. Even though Slag's being called Slug again, it's one of the dumbest things I've ever dealt with. What they're doing is they're molding it in clear plastic, and they're having an outside molding and an inside molding in two different molds. They're two different. They're molded completely differently, but they're only painting the inside of it. So it's giving it that the underside is painted, but the way it comes across is it gives it that very G1 Dinobot or almost like Diaclone vibe when they're doing it. So it's actually a really cool. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to get that because it's gonna autofocus on my face here. I'll hide behind her butt. But they're doing that there and on her back panel here too, because if you look at her back panel, you can actually see all kinds of detailing in there. But that's not actually on the back here. The back here is completely smooth. You flip this up, and all of the detailing is actually right there. But where they paint it on the inside, it pops through. I'm a big fan of how they're doing that. And also, if you have a Titan Master or a Prime Master, they can ride on. You can ride her like a horsey, I guess, if you really feel the need to. But yeah, I figured they would probably put something like that in, but they could have just left that out. Not a deal breaker by far. Definitely not a deal breaker. But no, this is going right on my Dinobot shelf. I have a whole Dinobot shelf, and this belongs right there. This was a very cool touch. Now the Dinobots, the Deluxes, and Grimlock, the Voyager, from what I've been able to gather, they're combining into Volcanicus is what they're calling him. I don't know why they didn't just call him Extinction. I think that would have been a much cooler name. It's just me. What do I know? I'm not a part of the committee. But I was a little bit depressed because Slash here, to the best of my knowledge, doesn't actually integrate into the Dinobot Combiner. We had in Combiner Wars we had Blackjack and the little Rodimus Legends figures that integrated into him. Even though he was kind of crap, the little Groove figure integrated into Defensor. They always had these Legends figures that would integrate into it. Even Power Glide, they gave him a gun mode so he could be part of the Aerial Bots team. That was great, but they didn't give Slash part of the team up. I was a little disappointed when I saw that. Also, thing that kind of annoyed me was I do like that we're getting Slash as a new Dinobot, but Slash came from the movie line and is now being integrated into the actual continuity Dinobots. That bugged me. Not because I have an issue with us having a Velociraptor on the team. I think that's pretty cool. The problem is, where's Scorn? The three-sailed Spinosaurus from the movies was awesome. He got a new Voyager figure from the Last Night line. I would assume that would be like prime material to add to the Power of the Primes line. I was thinking, what company was it? I don't know what company it was. One of the third-party companies made a collection of Dinobots that were a combiner. And they made it so Swoop's wings took place up on its back. And it was really cool. I thought it was one of the cooler ones, not something I'd ever be able to afford, at least not currently. But I'm rambling again, and I apologize for that. But, I was thinking, okay, well, if Slash is going to be a Legends figure, that's cool. But, missed opportunity here. Because why couldn't we make it so Swoop transformed into a backpack for Volcanicus, and then we could take Scorn, give him a G1 styled look, and give him like a, turn his arm into a whip You know, because that was Scorn's thing. The tail of his dinosaur mode becomes like a gigantic whip arm. That was an awesome touch. So, you know, we could have done that and then thrown, like his sail could have been, he could have had the 3 sails and had like, you know, a triple bladed shoulder. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure Slag's look has his Triceratops head like right here. So there's no reason why he couldn't have done that. I honestly thought it was a missed opportunity. But I've taken over 10 minutes on a Legends class figure review now. So, my verdict is, buy it. That's all I can say. Buy it. She's great. She's a blast. This is great. I mean, this is one of those figures that you can literally just play with and not even think about what you're doing. I mean, do that, and I mean, this is right, in my opinion, this is just as good, if not better, than Brawn. And anybody who has watched my channel knows that I love the Titans Return Brawn figure. So, my verdict is buy Slash. Definitely Beachcomber. I haven't gotten Beachcomber yet, so take that one with a grain of salt. Windcharger looks good. And if you didn't get Scrapnel on Combiner Wars, no wait, not Combiner Wars, Generations, the Generations line before Combiner Wars. If you didn't get him then, he got reissued in this line. Pick him up. But definitely pick up Slash. She's worth it. This has been the Smithy. That was a first impression on Power of the Primes Legends Class Dinobot Slash. And I'll catch you on the next one.